Welcome back. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Alma Pantera. I will be seeing y'all in the chat when I post this as a premiere because we're not live, but we'll be live in terms of the way we'll be able to chop it up throughout the chat once I post this video. But you already know the vibes. 8-8 portal infinity all day. Okay? Being whole, being who you were meant to be without fear, without holding yourself back, without thinking about who's saying what or who's gonna do what because you do isn't making you or putting you rather in a space of abundance, joy, which is a realignment with yourself. If that's what that's doing, that you are going to do with no intent to hurt anyone, but what anyone feels from what you decide to do, that is on them, and what you do is on you. So let's get into our messages for this glorious 8-8 portal, okay? And it is called the Lion's Gate. Big segment, feline energy pulling through. So through this gate, what you're walking through is the process of you saying yes and also experiencing what yes is when it comes to transformations to get to where your soul has been destined and fated to go. In this particular vessel that you're watching this right now, your soul has chose you. You have chosen it. Your spirit and your soul have chosen each other for this particular moment in any lifetime that you incarnate into this realm. So everything you do it from a space of love. And anything that must go, do it with love. Let's get into our messages. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors that guide and protect me. Ashe, I connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul, always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, 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 ashe. We're going to start with the Isis Oracle. This is not going to be a long message. Just wanted to tap in with y'all. 533. And we have here power over 7 scorpions. Power to conjure lower vibrational forces. Now, this is a message. I'm noticing that when it does show up, it happens in moments like this where y'all may not have seen me do lives or post videos or readings for increments of time. And then here comes a message to you all letting you know that certain phases you have your guides, and other phases you are your own guide. Granted, you and your guide, if it's something that it's me watching readings, you watching my readings in terms of source connected to you through the messages, then that's what I mean about the guides outside of you. There's a moment where we'll connect. I'll deliver those messages to guide you, and there's gonna come a time where, you're not dependent on a reading to make a decision, but obviously all is in balance, all you want to work with. This is why it's important to know yourself. What are you willing to put the effort into? You know what I'm saying? So this is also what I'm picking up from this, a level of discipline. Saying you want to do this or you want that, but what work are you willing to put in? And with power over the 7 scorpions, this speaks of fear, guilt, attachment, lies. And those energies in particular causes blockages of the chakra. As I'm looking at this photo of Isis here with this child, I'm hearing fly with me, fly with me. But that which is being asked to fly with, it has to do with the inner child, the masculine inner child, the warrior, the feminine inner child. And right now, as I'm looking at this child here, because this obviously, this is a little boy, but I'm also seeing a little girl with such power and strength and courage. And if any of those characteristics are resonating with you, you're being asked to fly with the divine goddess of passion, sex, magic. Because you may have experienced a situation in the past where it tainted your perception, it tainted your reality. But through this 8-8 portal, you're being asked to fly with me, this card is saying, to release the attachment, the lies, the anger, the guilt, the fear, sadness that you're holding on to that is blocking off your chakras. What is no longer invited in your life, show it the exit. And for some of you, that doesn't directly mean show them the exit in terms of a point of direction outside of you and them, but more so what you do for you and showing them the exit. Because it is time to retrieve your soul, deep soul healing with the goddess. This is why that message is coming out. Fly with me. Let's pull one more. I have another message for the collective, 8-8 portal. That's why I was hearing before recording this, let's go for a ride. We have Lady of the Stars, Priestess, Sirius, at the foundation of all of this. So all that you're doing and all that is coming to you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, soulfully to liberate you carries the foundation, or you're building upon a foundation of Sirius. Very strong Venusian energy, powerful high priestess frequency coming through here. But also unlocking ancient codes within your DNA. The next card that came out was the Dark Mysteries. Enter the chamber of darkness. It's time to come out because it came out in reverse. It's time to put to use what you know. That's wisdom. The knowledge is one thing, but when you apply it, it becomes wisdom. So now we got Saturn coming through here. Big mama. Okay? Let me look at this a little bit further with you all. The message for someone here, you got the world in your hands. You're not confused. You have a lot in your hands, but this is what you asked for. You asked to eat, now your plate is full. What message you have for the collective? Just saw the reflector, so there's a particular moon cycle, or it could be the moon cycle that you were born in. that has a very strong connection to the awakening and the unlocking of dormant cells. We have here egg cleanse. Wow. Some of you may want to do that. And then we have Proverbs 22:26. 22 is a master builder number. 26, we bring that to an 8. Shout out to the wonderful 88 portal. Ashe. Do not be among those who give pledges. Be among those who become guarantors for debts. You are the lender, not the borrower. See, some of you are cleansing your womb space or any form of trauma. Therefore, if the word trauma is being used, you're cleansing your environment, because the trauma becomes it once it's physical. Because trauma is outside of you, but your perception of it makes it as though it's happening within. But it's happening without, because it's an experience that you're seeing, or there's an experience that you're seeing, and now your perception puts you in a space to feel it, which then it, most would internalize it as something that is happening within them, but it's more so happening outside of you. So there has been some blockages here that some of you have finally accomplished coming out of, freeing yourself from. All right. But what it took to get there, this is a confirmation for some of you. It had to do with the dark mysteries of the divine feminine. Very strong 13 Tantra frequency coming through here. Okay. It opened right to Lady of the Stars. The book did. And this is at the foundation of it. And the message is: Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. It brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment of all other oracles in this deck. She tells you to pay attention because something significant is taking place right now. And I strongly feel that it has to do with this egg cleanse or sacral chakra. Okay. And the emotion that would block the sacral, let me get to it here. You're being offered spiritual restoration due to that soul retrieval. Reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma. Oh, didn't know. You can't make that up. Okay, there's that. Yes. Ashe. Happy 8/8, beloved. It's a vibe. Let me get to the message at hand. All the other ones pulled through just by opening and flipping through the pages, but the one I'm going to, we had to go to the table of contents. Significant. We had to go to the drawing board, the blueprint, to find the page that it was on. So this was something that you had to really dig deep, which is why the dark mysteries is important, is the important piece of this process, because with it coming out in reverse, although I don't normally read these cards in reverse, but I'm reading the energy from it. It's time to come out of that. Power over the 7 scorpions, right? So as far as the sacral chakra, guilt is what must be released in order to connect to your infinite creative power. And to do so, say, with love and gratitude, I name you as the demon of guilt, and I release you in all your forms and effects, beloved. Thank you for the learning. Now you must leave my being and not return. And for others of you, this guilt turned into shame, which prevented you from trusting your gut, because that which blocks the gut or the solar plexus is shame. Once you realize who you are and all that you are, that frequency of vibration of shame don't want anything to do with you. So this is where you at right now, beloved. Karmic lesson. As I'm seeing this, they're drawing my attention to the word arm, and I see. I see your arms. I see your thoughts. I see the way you think. Gemini, Sagittarius pulling through here. You're seeing the way your thoughts has affected your reality by first discerning what's yours and what isn't, to then be able to make those decisions based on, the spiritual gifts that you have, the different clairs that are increasing in its energy, where you're able to tap in deeper into certain situations, which is why, again, the path of the dark mysteries is important for some of you, where there are certain tools, certain information that has been brought to your attention and only your attention because this is what you came here to do. You came here also to help others retrieve lost parts of their souls without even forcing it, by simply just being you. And to realize that that was your gift and your purpose in life, you had to be around the exact opposite. If people didn't want you to help them, or you never received that type of help, only because you had to find it within yourself. And in that process, seeing the way you would be misjudged by others because of you choosing to do better for yourself, which in turn, without them even knowing in that particular moment, that is also helping them. But to each his own. What other message here you have for the collective? We're gonna cut it not short. We're gonna conclude it soon. Just saw Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine 13. You are remembering. We have here Warrior of Light. You may have been born in the month of May, or May could be an important month to you, which is Taurus, Gemini season. Now you see how valuable your thoughts are. I see Sagittarius, thoughts, Gemini, value, Taurus. You've had it this entire time, but you had to go through situations and valleys that made you feel as though you didn't have a purpose. But that same moment you felt that you didn't have a purpose was the purpose. Let's get one more. Lunar eclipse. Okay. A cleanse of the inner core. I see you out here. Cleanse of the inner core. Look into Gematria number 1020 or 1156. But it does state, examine the ancient creator. Your holy parents speak, it is finished. The path you chose, that one path that stemmed out to be so many different ones, the lessons that you've learned, it is finished. Now it's time for you to embrace and enjoy your reward and manifest through asking your subconscious exactly what it is that you want. and no longer asking it, why don't you not have it, or why don't you have it? Because it is up to you. Yes. Wow. Refuse to blame others for the lack of success in all areas of life. Because once you do that, you're going to reach a point where you're now going to have to get used to saying no. For some, it's going to be a complete no. For others that you tell no to, it could be just a no for that moment. But you don't have to explain yourself. Okay? You don't have to explain yourself. Learn from the past and do not stay there. The heart of the scorpion on Antares energy, ancestors. Some of you, your ancestors come from Antares, and look who we have here, our beloved mother of this amazing portal, Sekhmet, goddess of war, the destroyer of all enemies. Okay, a solar deity, telling you learn from the past, but do not stay there, as you are in this specific. Wow, so that's where the ride is. You're all on an interdimensional bridge, and that interdimensional bridge allows you to reactivate soul memory. Therefore, now you're retrieving parts of your soul that are connected to what's happening right now, that is highly significant when it comes to the enhancement of your spiritual gifts and insights. This is new. As far as this is why your ancestors are surrounding you right now, because you are the new and evolved breed. Galactic signature. You may have a strong connection to the Mayans in some part of your journey here, but they definitely want you to tap into that. Yeah, you're being surrounded by a ring of fire. Solar deities for sure coming through here. And then we have Aldebaran, constellation of Taurus. However, it is connected to 9 degrees of Gemini, which is in the constellation of Taurus. But Aldebaran speaks of the silver gate where souls descend to earth. Keepers of wisdom, higher truth. Come on now. Some of you are now beginning this new journey, or you're in year 1 of what you've learned from last year. We're going to pull 1 to 3 Oracle Tarot cards, it says here, that's going to help you to focus on the mission and not how. 606. And we'll close off the reading there, my love. Once again, it was a pleasure. I love y'all. I miss y'all. I'll be coming back live soon. However, I'm going with the flow. You feel me? We got the 7 of Pentacles coming out here. Saturn and Taurus. When it comes to your value, emotional security, what is it that you consider to be emotional security through your material realm? And is it worth it? Is it something that you actually need, or do you just want it to appear a certain way? Or is it something that you truly love? Are you doing it for yourself or others? Source wants you to do it for yourself first. We have the 2 of Pentacles that came out to focus on the mission. We have the 2 of Pentacles now coming out, which is Jupiter and Capricorn. So now we got Saturn and Jupiter, earth elements, Taurus and Capricorn here. Now they're telling me this 2 of Pentacles has to do with the dark mysteries. Let me see what exactly. Show me. Show me this. $194. It's 13. 14, excuse me, that's 5. Change. You're being called out of the inner chamber because this message indicates when it's upright. Again, I'm reading the energy. This is not a deck I normally read in reverse, but the energy is definitely speaking to you all about the dark goddess that calls you to her inner chamber, where she holds a test and a gift for you. This is what I'm saying. That test is over. Now, what you know just from seeing this Two of Pentacles in reverse, what's next and what's approaching you is those you can work with. For some of you, with the Gemini energy coming through, this has to do with the power of your words, communicating with others, the way you relay those thoughts and your perception. The test here is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. And fear is the source that blocks your root chakra. With coming out of the chamber of the dark goddess, you're now connected to the gift that is freedom, harmony, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept? You've accepted the call to go through that chamber. Some of you may be going through that chamber now because of something you asked for. This is one of those vibrations that is coming through that when you ask for something, something else falls apart, because in order for this to come in, that has to be destroyed. So that way you can now go back through that process of, fertilization, gestation, and so on and so forth. Your time for deeper initiation is here. So let me pull one more. What do we have? Six of Cups. Again, this is bringing in ancient keys. Immediately said ancient keys. What's the final message? To get them to focus on the mission. Ooh, use this power that used to be a burden as your power. Remember, taking what is necessary, not taking... For some of you, this has to do with moving forward with the minimum. Because where you're going next, it'll be multiplied. With the Ten of Wands here, okay? It's time to walk away from all those things that were a burden. Yes, Knight of Cups. For some of you, this is the moment that you walk away, or just even in your thoughts, walk away from a situation, emotionally, spiritually, physically, is destined and fated for you to encounter unconditional love with this Knight of Cups here. And this is going to pull through because this is at the top of the deck and it had to show itself to you right now. The wheel is spinning in your favor. And when it's spinning in your favor, it's because you're choosing to roll with it. Which means now you have detached, which means you detached yourself from what you used to be attached to mentally in your crown chakra. Let me get one more. One more source. Thank you. Woo. Got the Ace of Wands here. Now it did come out in reverse. Let me see. The Knight of Cups. Don't rush this. It's going to excite you, but it may come across as something that's not exciting, but it begins to build once you allow yourself. I feel like this has to do for some of you, whether this is career, a person, whatever, this has to do with you releasing that which was on your heart, weighing on your heart heavily through so many cycles of so many generations of life. Because you do have the Nine of Pentacles here, which is you being more than okay with yourself. But there's a little bit of slight, should I ask yourself what is causing you to ask yourself, should you do something, or why you're not doing it yet? If it has something to do with someone else, go back to the drawing board, go back to the table of contents, which is you, and make a decision based off of you. And then we got the Ten of Swords. Yeah. Right after that is the Ace of Swords. So there has to be something is coming in that excites you, and this is what gets this going, which allows you to go towards that passion. So, okay. So with the Ten of Wands coming through here with the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is speaking of being the wounded warrior. Call on Sekhmet, the energy of Sekhmet within you through this 8-8 portal. to bring you through. Now, there's also a purification that is happening of the root chakra and any of those blockages that have occurred, which stemmed from your thoughts. This could even stem from a connection with siblings or cousins or anyone you normally would have close to you, but now you're realizing that there has to be, this is given the energy of judgment. Have to make a decision that's in alignment with your soul, that's for the betterment of all. Yeah, having to make a decision. Queen of Swords, significant partnerships, one-on-one. This could just be one person that has a very big effect or a ripple effect in other areas of your life. I know it said 3. Just saw the Page of Swords, which speaks of something you've been wanting to detach from the last 2 years. Then we have the Queen of Cups. So this could have to do with a significant partnership with the feminine, a Libra, Cancer, someone who's a leader, but also they are leaders, but at the same time, they can learn a lot from you, but they don't want to. There's some form of is an ego trip that is happening, that you're being asked to release yourself from this energy. What else? Yep, look at that, the Sun card. So we're going to end that right there. You're about to receive clarity. There goes the 9 of Wands right there. You're about to receive that clarity. This is the Moon and Libra card about emotions connected to memories of significant one-on-one partnerships. But they're telling you to see what emotions are pulling itself through, as Sagittarius is the God energy. Also the creator, generator, operator, destroyer. Are you going to bring more life into the situation that's wounding you, or are you going to destroy it to generate something new? It's up to you, beloved. I love y'all. I will see y'all on the next video. Take care of yourself. Drink a lot of water. Sunbathe. Love up on yourself. Be around people that love you and speak life into you, because it's your time now. Right now. Okay? I'll see y'all later.